Imagine waking up every day feeling free from the pressures of perfection, free from the weight of unrealistic beauty standards. What if I told you that the key to this freedom lies in embracing your authentic self? Today, we're diving deep into why Black women deserve to celebrate their beautifully flawed selves, detach from society's impossible beauty ideals, and create their own pedestals. Did you know that nearly 80% of Black women feel pressured to conform to Eurocentric beauty standards? Despite the natural beauty movement, mainstream media still predominantly promotes unrealistic ideals that many Black women feel disconnected from. Studies show that embracing authenticity can lead to higher self-esteem and overall life satisfaction. But here's the twist: while more of us are beginning to celebrate our natural beauty, there's still an underlying narrative that says we're not enough. Unrealistic beauty standards are still being pushed, subtly shaping how we see ourselves and others, and social media algorithms have a bias against Black female creators and tend to push content creators who are white or Asian more on social media platforms, and as a Black woman myself, it can be very disappointing to see social medias treat us unfairly. The beauty industry profits from our insecurities, often marketing products that suggest we need to fix or enhance our natural features to be deemed beautiful. Ever since we were young, we were told that our hair was too nappy and too curly to be considered beautiful. We were even made fun of at school for wearing our hair in an afro. Some people thought it looked outdated, and it seemed like our hair was never enough unless it was part of a trend that made it cute. Again, personally, I've experienced this firsthand. Family members and friends have told me that my naturally 4C hair was too nappy. Back then, those comments hurt deeply. Although I have learned to overcome these feelings, the damage still lingers. Social media filters and influencers contribute to an ideal that is often unattainable, leaving many women feeling inadequate in their natural state. One thing I don't like about social media is that as soon as you get on, you're bombarded with negative content. It can honestly be overwhelming. When I returned to social media after a long detox from Instagram and TikTok, I immediately felt the urge to compare myself to other women. It's a constant push and pull, a battle to remind myself that so much of social media is curated and not real. This constant exposure can fuel feelings of inferiority and inadequacy, making it difficult to embrace who you are and appreciate the way God made you, especially as a Black woman. Even in spaces that promote Black beauty, there's often a narrow representation of what's considered acceptable or beautiful, reinforcing exclusion rather than inclusivity. We're about to peel back the layers on this topic and uncover why it's time for Black women to say goodbye to these unrealistic standards. Welcome to my channel, Blissfully Black Women. So, buckle up, we're diving deep into the truth about beauty standards, and you're now watching Empowerment Through Authenticity, why this YouTube creator believes Black women should say goodbye to unrealistic beauty standards.
Do you ever dream of living life healed and unbothered by the trauma and pain of the past? I know I do. And on my channel, Blissfully Black Women, I share my insight and all the ways I personally healed my father wounds and traumas to live a full and happier life. If this sounds nice to you, grab your favorite stuffy, snack and drink, and let's get the topic and discussion going. But before we move on, please take a good look at the community guidelines.
as long as I can remember, the beauty standard has always been long, straight hair. While long, straight, blown-out hair is beautiful, women with 4C hair and those with locks should also be seen as equally beautiful. However, when I was younger, that wasn't the reality. If you had nappy hair, it was often perceived as unkempt. Locks were stigmatized as dirty, and people assumed that having afro-textured hair meant you didn't wash it. This created a deeply negative feeling, as your hair and the way you present yourself were frequently misunderstood. Within the Black community, there is also the notion that narrow features and light eyes are the epitome of beauty. But why can't being uniquely yourself be enough? There shouldn't be anything wrong with embracing who you are. While be yourself is a phrase that's easier said than done, it is something you grow into. As a Black woman writing about self-love and learning to embrace your skin and hair, I can say it's not easy. The journey to being yourself is long and complex. There are days when I don't like myself, but then there are moments when, in my solitude, listening to music or reading, I feel a sense of joy and realize I don't need anyone. I'm enough. I'm truly in my element. And yet, there are other days when I feel terrible, like I'm destined to end up alone with my doubts and insecurities. On those days, everything feels like it's falling apart and self-acceptance feels out of reach. What I've learned is that loving yourself is a choice. It means accepting yourself on your bad days and being kind to yourself when negative thoughts arise about your appearance or your hair. It's about stepping out of your head and reminding yourself not to get trapped in self-criticism. Self-love, especially against the backdrop of social media and society's Eurocentric standards, is about cultivating joy from within. It involves writing down things you're grateful for, keeping those moments close to your heart, and riding that wave of gratitude. And when the wave subsides, it's important to offer yourself compassion and remember that it's okay to feel down. Sometimes, everyone has days when they feel disappointed by life, choices, or their appearance. The key is to allow yourself the space to feel those emotions and still choose to love yourself. After taking a long break from social media and detoxing my mind from trends, chaos, and online illusions, I realized how essential it was to dismantle the habit of comparing myself to others. So much of what we see on social media is not even real. I never realized how many people use backgrounds, props, and curated setups to make it look like they're living in fancy places while filming cooking videos or discussing various topics. So much of what's online is for aesthetics, not reality. Filters alter faces and bodies, transforming people into doll-like versions of themselves, but in real life, they look like normal, everyday individuals. Living offline for an extended period can reveal how easy it is to fall into a cycle of comparison and feel like you're constantly behind. It's an unhealthy trap that can lead you to dislike your body, your hair, like we've discussed before, or even your entire life. For me, my self-esteem used to fluctuate. It was high when I stayed off social media, but as soon as I returned, it would drop again. This roller coaster continued until I realized I was giving away my power to these platforms. I'm not against social media. In fact, I appreciate it. However, it's crucial to set boundaries for yourself when using these platforms because they can become toxic quickly. When returning to social media, consider following accounts that uplift and inspire you. Follow pages that share motivational content and celebrate your rich, melanated skin, unique features, and natural hair. Seek out creators who discuss the unrealistic nature of social media so you can maintain a balanced perspective and remember that nobody's life is perfect. Everyone goes through their ups and downs. Cultivate your inner joy by surrounding yourself with inspiration and role models who genuinely love themselves and embrace who they are. Take inspiration from them and learn to appreciate even the smallest things about yourself. Setting strong boundaries against societal expectations is vital when engaging with social media. Remind yourself that much of what you see is a facade. People take time to perfect their appearance and present an idealized version of their lives. Remembering this will help you stay grounded and maintain your sense of self-worth. Eurocentric beauty standards are pervasive. They're in the media, on social platforms, and even embedded within our own communities. We often uplift these standards, such as straight hair, more than we celebrate our own natural beauty. This can take a significant psychological and emotional toll, leaving you feeling depressed or out of place, questioning whether your hair and personal style fit in. Even though we've discussed various ways to overcome these standards and start embracing what God has given you, applying these practices in real life can be difficult. Building a strong foundation for self-esteem and confidence takes time and effort. It's normal to feel discouraged, but with perseverance and consistency, you can turn these self-esteem boosting habits into part of your daily life. Over time, these habits will help you become a confident and empowered Black woman who embraces her natural beauty. How to apply? Start detaching from unrealistic beauty standards by keeping a journal. Whenever you have an intrusive thought about feeling inadequate, whether it's about your appearance or your life, write it down. Use either a physical journal or your phone to capture these thoughts instead of internalizing them. As you continue this practice, remind yourself that you are not defined by your thoughts. Stay unloyal to negative self-talk by affirming, "I will remain unloyal to these negative thoughts. From now on, I will go where I am appreciated and learn to appreciate myself." Celebrating your authentic self. Affirmations like, "I am limitless, I am bold, and I am courageous" are powerful to repeat to yourself, whether in your mind, before you go to sleep, or while looking in the mirror. When you say these affirmations, speak them with conviction. When standing in front of the mirror, repeat these confidence-boosting affirmations as if you're talking to your best friend. Because at the end of the day, your best friend is you, and for many, it's also God, and if you're fortunate, your mother. Truly embody the affirmations you tell yourself every day. Look at your reflection and see the strength and value that lie within you. Creating your own pedestal. Take a moment to reflect and redefine what beauty means to you. Release any resistance or limiting beliefs about what you've been told is beautiful or acceptable. On paper, write down your new standard of beauty. This could include simple, personal examples like, "I feel beautiful when I moisturize my skin," or "I feel beautiful when I apply a lip scrub and wear a lip mask to soften my lips." Your new beauty standard could be as specific as soft skin and soft lips, whatever resonates with you. Creating beauty standards that are based on feelings and experiences rather than race or societal norms is a powerful way to build confidence. It allows you to carve out your own lane, free from the pressure to conform to what's trendy. Trends come and go, whether it's BBLs or the return to natural bodies, but true beauty is personal and timeless. Consider writing down what makes you feel beautiful, such as, "I feel beautiful when I trim and buff my nails," "I feel beautiful when I get good rest and comb my hair," or "I feel beautiful when I wear the color red." By defining beauty for yourself, you stop seeking validation from others and begin embracing your unique essence. So, you thought social media was just for fun? Let's break down how algorithms often amplify certain beauty standards, making it harder for diverse beauty to be seen and celebrated. You know, sometimes we don't realize just how much social media algorithms control what we see. It's not just about showing us content we might enjoy, it goes deeper than that. Algorithms are designed to keep us engaged, and they do this by pushing content that aligns with mainstream beauty standards. And what are those standards? Usually Eurocentric, straight hair, lighter skin, and narrow features. It's like these algorithms decide what's beautiful and then flood our feeds with it. That makes it really hard for diverse representations of beauty to break through. If you have 4C hair or a broader nose, or if your skin isn't that flawless airbrush look, it can feel like you're invisible. And let's be real, constantly being shown the same limited standard over and over can mess with your mind. You start to internalize it, even if you know better. And it's not just in our heads, it's built into the system. Social media platforms prioritize posts with higher engagement, which usually means the ones that fit these conventional beauty norms, those get the most likes, shares, and comments. So, diverse creators? They're often pushed to the margins unless they play into what the algorithm wants. The hardest part? This cycle makes us feel like we have to conform just to be seen or heard. But here's the thing. Beauty isn't a one-size-fits-all deal. It's varied, layered, and deeply personal. Breaking out of the algorithm's hold and redefining beauty for ourselves is key. Start curating your feed intentionally. Follow people who reflect the real, raw, and beautiful diversity that exists. And don't forget to engage with that content, because those interactions matter. They help bring visibility to all types of beauty. The most logical thing to do if you are a Black woman seeking to increase your self-esteem, you need to be intentional about who you follow and engage with on social media. Curating your social media feed to uplift and educate yourself about Black beauty in all its forms starts with being intentional about who and what you follow. Look for creators who celebrate natural hair, melanin-rich skin, and diverse features. Seek out influencers and artists who embody authenticity and express beauty through different cultural lenses. Engage with this content by liking, sharing, and commenting, which helps signal the algorithm to show you more of what resonates with you. Additionally, follow educational accounts that delve into the history and significance of Black beauty, hairstyles, and cultural practices, enriching your understanding and appreciation. Don't hesitate to unfollow or mute accounts that make you feel inadequate or disconnected from your identity. Your social media experience should reflect and affirm your unique beauty, so take the time to build a feed that inspires confidence, celebrates diversity, and reminds you of the incredible richness of Black beauty in all its forms. How to apply? Curate your social media feed. Follow influencers who represent diverse beauty. Unfollow accounts that perpetuate unrealistic standards. Be a positive influence. If you have grown your confidence up, then share your own content online and inspire other Black women to be themselves. Embrace the skin that they're in and the hair that they have, and love who they are. Celebrate daily wins. Every day, make it a point to celebrate your small wins. Take a moment to review them at the end of the day so you can feel confident and amazing as a Black woman. It's time to let go of the unrealistic expectations and start celebrating ourselves as we are. Let's embrace our flaws, our beauty, and our authentic selves. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more empowering content. And remember, Queen, you're seen, you're heard, you got this dream.
Imagine starting your day with a moment of pure bliss, a moment that's all about you. This is more than just a mug, it's a daily reminder to embrace your peace of mind and rest in your feminine energy. Our Just Chilling mug empowers Black women to celebrate their uniqueness with an elegant design that beautifully represents us. Sip your favorite tea, coffee, or any hot drink while being inspired by the positive representation of a brown-skinned woman. At Blissfully Black Woman, we empower Black women to live a life of ease and abundance. The Just Chilling mug is a small but powerful part of that journey. Get your Just Chilling mug today and sip your way to a life of peace and luxury.